In this video, I put a Honda Civic Si body on a Chevy Colorado frame, and we have a 5.3 that we're gonna put in it, and I'll explain all that later on. Did not plan this at all, and I didn't measure a single time, and so this video is very like, because it just kind of happened how it happened. So I'm explaining that to you now, so when you see some stuff that doesn't make sense, it makes sense in that it does not make sense. I never knew mufflers could leak. Fluid. Huh. I don't even know where this came from. The Chevy Colorado is one of the most unlegendary vehicles America has ever produced, but my father has been using one for his business for the last 7 years, and he's accumulated 240,000 miles on it, and it is ready to go to sleepy. So Mina found this one at auction. It's got 22,000 miles on it, but as you can see, the front end of this kissed the rear end of something. So we're gonna cut this front end off, cut that front end off, put the two together in holy matrimony, and basically my dad's gonna have a nice 22,000 mile Chevy Colorado. So if you're new to the channel, cutting cars is kind of my specialty, but never in this nice of a way. So using what I've learned, I poorly welded this front end on the new truck, and voila, my father has what looks like a nice new Chevy Colorado. Ta-da! Okay, so what that leaves us with is a 240,000 mile half-naked Chevy Colorado. So my dad put 200,000 miles on this truck. I was allowed to keep it under the condition I don't sell it, because over those 200,000 miles, he only did spark plugs, battery, front brakes, and oil. So he thought whoever bought it was going to have catastrophic failure and everything was going to break at once, which I think is a pretty fair theory to have. Yeah, it's at full boosted. I don't. Really? I don't know. That's not an awesome start. So my cousin just picked this up. I'm really not like a die-hard Honda guy, but this kind of makes me want a Civic. Hola. What are you doing with those two Civics that are on the side of your shop? I want one of them. I just need it for like a day. Then you can have it back. I didn't have time to take this apart nicely, so I took the bolts out that I could see, and then I used this to jack the entire dash up until it broke. It worked really well. Okay, I've neglected to show you the 8 hours of cutting it took to get to this point. Currently, whatever the heck that is, structural mounting point on the Civic is touching the frame, which is not allowing it to sit down all the way. Up front, we're basically sitting where we want. I gotta inch it forward a little bit. But we gotta cut that, and it is basically right here. And this whole corner is a very fat 7-layer structural piece, and there's no easy way to cut it. Okay, a little bit of an update. We managed to keep a large majority of the Civic, so that's cool. The pinch weld seam that goes on the bottom of both sides, right, that was at about 14 inches off the ground. So that's what we measured. That's what we got all these sitting at. The only other thing that I want to do, this brace is actually factory, which is kind of cool, but it is hitting the fuel tank. So I'm going to take that and basically like C-notch this and bring it up and over. I'm about 180 pounds. I have full confidence I could stand on that for the rest of my life. So let's do head math. 180 times 6 is 1,080. So between all three of those, according to my math and testing, they can hold 1,080 pounds. I guarantee you, me and one other person. Actually, I wonder if I could pick this thing up by myself. I don't know if I'm tall enough. Okay, so I can tilt it by myself. So two of us could probably pick it up. I'm not that strong, so that means this body is probably maybe 350, 400. The bug body is 300 pounds with doors. So about without doors, this is about 300, and then doors and all that. We probably have a 500 pound body plus or minus. So that will take the weight. If I could do this by myself, I could take them off, but can I put them back on? I give you a grand tour of what I have accomplished in 3.5 days. I had to cut a little bit of everything. These hold the body on. Wacha, wacha. Fully functioning rear hatch for your groceries. Very nice. Yes. Okay, now I have some explaining to do, otherwise this all seems really pointless. Door was gonna be sold for $100, and I told my friend I'd give him $100 if I can have the rest of the car, and he said yes. This Chevy Colorado, because I parted the rest of it out, it and the Civic were gonna go to the scrapyard. So in a way, I've given them both a new life. I want a purpose-built burnout car that if I'm doing a good burnout, one of them concrete barriers is fastly approaching, I don't want to have to care if I hit it or not, and hence a body that was gonna go to the scrapyard that I don't care about. This is arguably the ugliest Civic SIs I think they made. Looks like if they made an actual sport Prius, this is what it would have been. So I don't care about the body. One of you guys reached out to me on Instagram a while ago and told me you're changing directions with your project and you have a 5.3 and asked if I wanted it. I said, how much? He goes, no, I wanna give it to you. Blows my mind still. I've had that here for a couple months now and it blows my mind, but super nice guy. The only request he had is that we do something cool with it. And I kind of would argue that putting a 5.3 in a Civic is not what he had in mind. So here's the beautiful part. If we decide in a month or in 3 months or at the end of today that we absolutely hate this, it'll take me 30 minutes and I can cut this whole body off. There's a lot of other bodies that would look better, but if we come to an agreement on another body, it'd take 30 minutes. I could cut this off and then we could put something else on it. So kind of my train of thought, what I'm thinking is we will make this frame, this chassis, a burnout machine, and then at your guys's will, we will change the body until we find something that is actually kind of cool. So what I'm thinking, this front end, again, sport Prius. I don't like it. Those headlights are blobs. There's no aggressive lines. I kind of liked how the rear looks. It kind of looks like a sport Prius, never mind. So that is the purpose behind this. Thrash it and drive it, not care a ton about it and not want to hurt it. I want to thrash something. Before we put that in there, we have to blow this motor up. Pump it.
All the way.
Oh.
What? A little overfill.
It's okay. Okay, got the seat good enough. Taillights, bumper, turbo.
It's like it's putting out. It's just
really?
Yeah, it's turning like a dead. I was in low, it's trying to drive. It's like a limp mode or something.
Tune it.
Actually,
Holy crap, it's actually working. That sounded like a Star Wars gun.
No, it's probably faster than your 5.3 Colorado.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I'm not kidding. What? Yeah.
this motor's gonna die. What in the frick? That is terrifying. Not in like it's quick, but it feels very dangerous. What are those noises?
Bye-bye, turbo.
It makes a lot of noises.
Oh.
Like strange, sucking, imploding noises. It's not faster than Colorado, but it's weird.
You sure? We're gonna have to go get the black one. We're just have to race it.
It's scary because it's so sketchy. But I don't think it's faster, but I will bring the black one.
Not off the line, but once it's in boost.
It's so weird, dude. But it won't do a burnout.
I think.
Isn't that weird?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can hear it. Okay, well that was a good start. Okay, outro time. This is hands down the coolest thing I've ever done in a week. This is like probably 4.5 days of work, probably a collective 40 hours maybe. The turbo actually worked, but this one is so, you're not gonna be able to see because it's dark and it's hot. But this thing is super duper blown. So this would be the point in time where I will ask for your opinions, because it was really cool to see it drive and it's really funny and I like that part of it. So imagine we're gonna keep going with this motor basically until it blows. That was shockingly fast for what it is, and it was it's extra sketchy because these shocks are super gone. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear. Hang out. So when we were braking, I thought that was a little sketchy. Let me know what your thoughts are with this body. Should we put any more time into it? And when I say that, I mean perhaps making just something so that a drive shaft doesn't fly up and hit us, or tire debris from a burnout doesn't come up and when it can do a burnout one day eventually. Other than that, I don't have much to say. So we're gonna push that motor until it says bye-bye, which actually might be a long time because that was impressive. And then the plan will be to put the 5.3 in it, which will be, and shocks, where the plan is to do shocks. The turbo idea I have for it, I'm really excited to try it. Really, I'm just curious what you guys think of the body situation. What should I do for the front end? I think like rigging up like an IS300 set of headlights and grill would be cool, and then just doing like a tube front might be kind of nice, just picking some random front end. I'm pretty much, these fenders bolted on don't look bad if they're actually bolted to where they're supposed to be and I don't have them all spaced out. All right, let me know what you think. That's fantastic. All right, see you guys.